Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. Whoa, hold up. These wells are super degraded. Okay, we need a janitor down here, I guess. I'll get that started up. Today we are going, I think, to try to take some more territory. We just became a king fairly recently, so it only makes sense that we should set our sights outwards. To do that, we are going to need a little bit more booze production for one, that we are making a surplus now, and some administration points, and most importantly, an army. But before I get into that, I think I want to set our sights in Grey Rock. New building that is going to be established nearby. So a thought occurred to me that other people in town, seeing the success of the Miller's brewery industry, might want to try and follow up that success with their own brewing. This place produces just so much fruit. And we can make fruit into booze as well. Looks like it actually makes booze easier than grain somehow. Just a little bit. So I guess I'll get that started. It's gonna be just a big old square brewery. There's gonna have to be dwarves who move in, similar to the one up north. There we go. Obviously it's going to be built out of grandstone. It's going to represent a grand investment in Greystone, Grey Rock. Might as well build the dwarven housing too. There's going to be 31 workers, so it's definitely going to need just an absolute humongous apartment complex to go with it. Luckily, there's plenty of space. I'll just get started in that one. There we go. A perfect little boarding house. A house 32 people. Very magnificent. We can just let the clock advance. Focus our efforts elsewhere. We're actually running a little bit low on cut stone. So maybe we shouldn't build a bajillion buildings, especially since the university also needs it. I think one addition we're going to want for our army for sure has got to be more bowmen. I know what the training situation is for our bowmen. Let's see. We can just look. So we currently have 20 bowmen. I don't know why they have a little sword symbol. It should be a bow symbol. Bows 1. There we go. So these guys... looks like there's plenty of space in the archery ranges. I guess the tilapis are maxed out. Well then... I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in some more tilapia housing, and I suppose create another division of bowmen, and of course add in like, I'll say 40 tilapias. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have one 30-person bow division, and then I'm gonna build another tilapia division. And these guys are pretty much going to have the same setup. There's going to be 30 of them as well. Probably means we're going to need another archery range, but that is fine. I can just put this bad boy over here. It can actually be a little bit squatter. I don't know if this produces noise or not. If it does, it sucks to suck, but I think this is a perfectly fine place for it to be. There we go. That's capacity for 10. archers. I guess I'll build a second one right here. There we go, capacity for 20 archers. It's a square building. If the top is going to be spending a bunch of time here, then we might as well add some some nipples to it to make it perfectly organic. There we go. Pretty sure these nipples won't like cut off travel because it's like an outdoors building. Yep, just a couple archery ranges at the edge of town. Perfectly acceptable. Let's see. I think on the subject of army raising, we have a bunch of mechanisms, so we might as well make our training yards be a little bit more efficient too. So I can just upgrade these guys again. Gives 340% training speed, which means in one 29-day period, they go from total rookies to hardened veterans, which is very nice. Let's see, there's a training ground right here. Boom. With the increased training speed, it might actually also be the case that soldiers just have to spend less time there once they're topped off. Oh no, it's the White Shimmer. That is not great. Let's see. So this person has the White Shimmer. It's definitely going to be more people with the disease soon. Hopefully it's not one of those things where it says it's the White Shimmer, but it's actually the plague. No, it's just the White Shimmer. Okay. No big deal. White Shimmer doesn't really take that many casualties. So all's well. You have negative 12 odd jobbers. Wonder how that's happened. I guess I'll just add in a bajillion humans to compensate. It does mean that there's going to have to be a bajillion human dorms. But you know, we did just add a bajillion human dorms last episode. Wanted to create some stone roads in this place before I forget. Just so that all the travel inside this massive apartment complex is a little bit faster. I would have done grandstone, but unfortunately... I thought these people were sick, they're just drunk. But unfortunately, you know, we're running a little bit low on the grandstone right now. Got 44 people sick with the White Shimmer. Big yucky. It's so weird the bugs can get the same diseases people can. I remember saying this back when the Buganoid got the plague. One would think that if you have like literally purple blood, your immune system would probably be a little bit different. We've got the Jander working on these wells, making them less junky, which is also nice. Oh, we've completely botched our cut stone. We could spend some of our infinite science points on our stone production, I guess. Why not, right? I mean, it is costing 1,000 per, but at the end of the day, cut stone is an ever-present roadblock for us. So getting another 30% production in that will be nice. Coal mines are still cheap. I'll get a couple ticks for that one too. We don't need to upgrade our breweries. Don't really need to upgrade our bakeries almost all that much. Could unlock bads actually. I think I will do that. And even though we have a surplus of rations, I'll pump some points into rations too. It's just going to add more output, which is then going to get exported for even more cash for us. So there's no real reason not to. I believe this warehouse is just going to be fruit, so I'll have that there. How's the bow situation? Is there enough bows for everyone? 200 out of 120. Kind of feels like there's not enough bows for everyone. Maybe I need to calm down the bow exports so we hit like a slightly higher equilibrium. Okay, above 280 items. There we go. So we need 100 grandstone. Another 20. Then another 400. Oh boy, that's a lot of grindstone. I guess while we're waiting for the stone to be made, we can spend some time making some fruit farms. Expanding our production in, what do I call this place again? Riverside, I think it was. Obviously, we're going to want another warehouse too. Now we can get some fruit farm action over here. Just going to use the brush tool. Just slurp up all this territory. Create a glorious, nearly 100% fertility farm. Don't think it's even worth it, like eking out little spaces for wells, just because the space is so highly efficient, or fertile. Could be wrong. Maybe it'll get a little bit screwed. Let me build into the river a bit. I'm gonna plop another farm over here. It's definitely gonna be much smaller and will rely on the wells. I think a 4-man farm is good enough. Just plop one of these bad boys over here. There we go. And obviously another fruit farm should go on the opposite side of the river. Could make sense to build like a bridge and a path too. So I guess I will get started on that. Just make it like a 2-block path. Then we'll use the brush tool to establish like a tiny road over here, which flattens out into this path. Probably not gonna buy slaves. Don't think I'm for that. At some point during the game, we are probably gonna want to start buying Cantor slaves and then freeing them. That's what I did in old Ganymede, and it gave me a decent-ish Cantor population. The series was sort of cut short by an update, like after we were getting started. I think we only had like 5 Cantors or so. But still, it was working. I could feel the Cantor population rising by the day. Of course, to man these farms, we're gonna need some houses, so I'll just plop a 3-piece house right here. That's enough for 45 residents, which will be more than enough for these farms. How's the cut stone situation? How much are we producing per day? We're producing 184 per day. So then, yeah, look at that. Oh my god, we're at negative 113 odd jobbers. That's absolutely magnificent. I just added 74 humans. Why are all these students friggin' not human? What's going on with that? Well, whatever. I'm gonna add a bajillion pignoids too. I think I might have added too many humans. But, well, if we have excess humans, they're gonna end up being soldiers or something too. So the best fighters. Looks like they're trickling in. It's nice to see this university actually in full swing. It's gonna make our populace so absolutely trained, so educated, which will boost all our industries up a little bit here and there over time. Oh, we need, for the brewery, we actually are probably gonna want I guess I'll do like a tiny warehouse just for the brewery itself. Wow, you can use the brush tool to build a rounded building. That's pretty cool. Did not know that. Okay, so there's this guy. So I guess we'll go here. It's not very space efficient, but it does look cool. So I'm just gonna rock it. I'm gonna build a couple a little bit of road action inside the actual entrances of the warehouses, just to make it a little bit more efficient when people walk in and out of it. It's a very marginal bonus, but still. This warehouse will serve to hold, it'll bring in the pots and the coal, and it will store some amount of the booze as well. To be honest, I'm regretting making it so tiny. I might need to build another warehouse just for the booze itself. Yeah, there's only 7 crates. I mean, okay, we could have probably 2 crates for coal, 2 crates for pots, and then 3 crates for booze. So it's going to hold 765 booze. Wasn't it 750 before? How's capacity work? Do crates... Does the logistics improve the amount that warehouses can store, or has it always been that high? Trying to see, let's see. Well, it's not saying that anywhere. I think you can look at your bonuses at your, status screen. So let's see, happiness plus 13%, defense skill, training plus 70, carry capacity. So this is just of the workers. Is there warehouse capacity or crate capacity? Doesn't look like it. That's unusual. Well, whatever. Guess I'll just continue to advance the clock. I'm gonna delete these random farm jobs in the outskirts of town too. Wait, is this the opium one? It might be worthwhile leaving the opium one. I mean, we always have a mild surplus of opiates, but I don't think that could be a thing that changes. Is there any other wild? There's these wild herbs. We're not picking those. No, I think we got all the jobs. Very sweet. Oh, we also wanted some Garthemi training too, right? Let's see. Oh, why are random fucking dudes living in the Garthemi zone? That's pretty awful. I guess there's just not enough housing over here. I'll build a couple more, why not? This is a wooden building. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. You can build it into the mountain, but only if the entrance isn't blocked. It's a little wacky. I'm gonna kick these guys out, I think. Let's see, there's enough room for 32 conscripts, and for whatever reason, people are already moving in here. Well, whatever. Let's see. How's our... So we have 1,311, and we're equipping 890. So we can equip the Garthemis, but not as much as everyone else. Maybe? No, we still got a surplus. And is the weapons in a similar boat? Kinda looks like it. No, we've hit our cap there. So this Garthemi division will start training up soon as well. We already have one Garthemi building. I think I want to assign another Garthemi housing quarter here too. That will open up the spots for the Garthemian recruits we're going to train here. Oh man. So these were where all these recruits are living. That sucks. Oh well. Does look like some Garthemis are training down here. Don't think there's a way to set it where it's only Garthemis training in one spot. How much space do we have left? Okay, space for 30 conscripts. We have 42 homeless people. Looks like much of the human quarter is suffering from the homelessness problem. It's really particularly awkward. Ah, the humans are living in these friggin' piganoid houses. We've just barely started to recover our cut stone. Oh, I guess we just need to build more housing. Is there something we could get rid of for housing? We could kick out some of the non-humans who are living here, but I think that's just shifting people around, basically. I guess I'll build another apartment. This one's just gonna be like a skinny donut. It's gonna take a good chunk of our cut stone for the foreseeable future, but it's gonna be 32 homes, which will dip into the homelessness problem. Might make sense to create some like dorms or something too. Just to serve as like a little bit of a band-aid. Guess I could stick this building right here. Dude, are these people shitting in the plaza? That's so fucked up. That's foul. They should be ashamed of themselves. God, I want to get rid of another one of these woodcutters and just replace it with housing, I think. It's near the training ground, so once we inevitably get some people to train in here, yeah, I think we're doing it. Might mean that we have to, unfortunately, increase our taxes even more. So that we could invest some of our excess science in wood cutting, or our excess mechanisms too. We have those. I think if humans live in these houses, in this fabble housing, that shouldn't necessarily be the end of the world either. I kind of prefer the superstone buildings for their houses, but at the end of the day, if they spend all their time training, they're going to get the bonus for cut stone buildings in the training ground anyways, right? Let me just double check how the wood production's going, because we're going to be going down 100. Let's see, taxes 1.7k, household 3.8k. Okay, well, it looks like it's tax season once more. Just gonna add, let's say, 45 humans to be our odd jabbers. It's gonna be a lot of homeless people, but so be it. So if we go to the world map, we can increase these taxes very slightly. The loyalty's at 89%. I mean, I can spend a little bit of points to improve the loyalty too. Yeah, we're gonna get an extra 200 wood per day. I'll get an infrastructure tick as well, which should increase the amount of wood we're getting too. Some of these extra humans I'm gonna want working in these soldier divisions. I guess I'll just... Oh, we're running low on... Whatever. I'm just gonna boost each human division by 1, except for the top one. And you know what? Probably should invest in smithing. I kind of assumed we hadn't already, but whatever. I'm gonna get another 10% production on weapons and armor. So hopefully that'll plug the gap there. So we're gonna need to let some time advance just to have all these buildings built. I added in some odd jobbers to help with that, but it will still take time. Is there a stat? Okay, it's 1% per day education. So it's gonna be like 30 or 40 days for the Pignoids working here, because they've got a pretty low education limit. And then everyone else, it's gonna take like, I think many years. I'm pretty sure days or years are 16 days long. So like 5-10 years of education for the people in the universities. We have about 4,000 population, so like 100 years or so, we might have a fully educated populace, maybe. Maybe a few hundred years. Though people are going to be cycling, it probably would make sense to build another university at some point. I don't think there's any research we can do to make the university more efficient either. It be what it be. How's the tourism looking? So, let's see, we've got 4 tourists currently. Let's see. So, went for the fruit farms. They were lackluster, but at least had a nice theological conversation with the fruit farmer there. Wells could do better. The inn was good. Okay. There's potential, led by a young despot by the name of Torb, who's done tremendous progress since I visited last. We'll keep an eye out. The fruit farms are quite nice. The laboratory is spectacular. How are the labs? Nothing remarkable. Are you serious? That's insanity. The laboratories were a big disappointment. Excuse me? There are more impressive labs in Stygiash or Cauldron. Huh. That's pretty bizarre. Maybe they're not going to be happy with the labs until we're maxed out on experience. I guess that could be it. Maybe we could do like a noble bonus too. Oh, you know what? If we add tools, that might be what's pissing people off. There's just not enough tools being used. Which means we're going to need to import more wood. I don't know if I'm happy about that. The prospects of that. In fact, that's kind of... well, whatever. I guess that'll be like the center of industry in the next part of our town. There's an expansion I'm thinking of in this like vast open space. It could be like a second dwarf quarter. We probably need also to make some army supply depots. I'm pretty sure we should have the technology unlocked. I think it's one of the automatic unlockers. It would make sense to me to just kind of put it at the edge of town. I don't know, beyond the fruit farms, maybe? Oh, hold up. Did not mean to do that. I meant to build a road instead. Okay, where do I actually want this guy? These guys? Yeah, I guess over here. Right at the edge. It's going to be quite a long walk for the workers who have to fill the things, but, you know, that is what they are getting paid to do. So if we build a few of these puppies here, that should be enough to store all the resources we're going to need. Especially in the sort of short term, where we're going to be conquering the neighboring regions. So do the Lapis still like working in these depots? Let's see. Oh, they dislike dwarves. It's interesting. So, Army Export Depot. Yeah, they get pretty decent fulfillment out of it. No, decent is definitely good enough for me. I guess I'll build some like apartment complexes for the Tilapis working here. I don't think it's many employees, so we could just do like, I don't know, just like one long apartment complex here. Fishermen are reporting bad fishing. It's bound to happen at some point. Could use a hearth over here, I guess, as well. Just plomp it in between these buildings. The Tilapis working here have plenty of territory to live. This brewery's still under construction too. Oh, it's gonna take a little while. I guess we're gonna need to have like a bunch of dwarves working it anyway, so I might as well add a bunch of dwarves to town. Is the barge right in? Filled to the brim? That's the real question. It should be this building here. Load 100%. Available services 1 out of 8. Okay. Then I suppose we're gonna need another inn somewhere. I think right here, next to the services block, or maybe as part of the services block, should be good. It's right next to the temple, an upgraded lavatory, and I could build like a plaza up here, I suppose. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. You know what? Probably use the normal tool here. We're going for a donut design for this block. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Maybe we can make this a dwarven type of inn. Because first of all, that'll make it square, which is nice. I do love the square buildings. But maybe it'll also encourage more dwarves to come look at our marvelous industries. They'll probably just rag on, if we're gonna be honest here. Get some decorations. Coziness is 27%, so... I remember the last one being a little bit of a ball buster when it comes to how much decorations you need. So it's not unexpected. Yeah. I'm just gonna fill this place out with decorations. And this one's just gonna have a... Well, I'll have a gap over here. This one's just gonna have a double or a triple door that leads right into this little park zone. Magnificent. Coziness 100%, workers 2. Then probably gonna want to have this area all plazaed up. What should go back here? I mean, I think it should be the same as the other one, which is to say a speakery or 2, maybe a well nearby. Though we could probably not use the wells, to be honest. Then we just surround the place with plaza. Probably should build the decorations first. It's going to be a lot of trees because the is already kind of maxed out by the plazas. Or by the plazas. Thought I misspoke there for a second. Do a couple big trees back here, actually. By a couple, I mean a few. A couple tiny statues just to fill the area with the like a few tiny ones over here. Then we could do like a pillar or 2 and some benches right next to the statues. Oh, and a ginormous torch, which will just go in the center. There we go. The rest will be plaza. It leads out to a hearth, which will be upgraded right now. So they have a good hearthing experience too during winter. Might actually be perfect if they go here in winter, because that'll mean that they'll just stick around this general, like, highly polished area and not go to the rest of the town. And I'll build a fancy road up to the place too. There we go. There's even a tavern nearby too. And a canteen, though the canteen is a little bit overcrowded. It's absolutely wonderful. Gods have forsaken New Ganymede and the rains have stopped. Look, we're currently maxed completely on fruit. It literally does not matter. If anything, that'll just save our warehouse workers some effort. Maybe we could... I keep wanting to add building projects, but I was gonna say we could make this zone into a plaza zone too. It's the sort of like preliminary archetype for the sort of donut plazas we've been doing. The prototype, that is what it's called. What's the population thresholds we need to hit anyways? So Yerevan is a free land. It's got a garrison of 699 people. Astaire is a free land. It's got 731. And then Fort Evek has 278. That might be our next target. Let's see. It's got, yeah, very small population. It has very good herbs and grain that we could tax, but otherwise not really too much going on. I guess we could tax clay from it. And how's Yerevan? It's got very good gems and coal. Oh, hold on. Coal? We could tax the coal from there. What's this place up here? Code Roddy has a garrison of 575 and it's got 93% stone. It's been a bow making accident. If we tax that region for stone, it would probably be cheaper. We'd need half as many ticks to get the same amount of results as here. That's pretty nice. It's a good thing we built this hospital up here. 2 accents back to back. This upper region. Oh yeah, look at that. So, Army Supply Depot. There's 7 types of supplies. Can I do 2 at once? No, I cannot. Then we're gonna need to build another one of these dudes here. I think if we get one of everything, yeah, it's gonna store 3,000. So that should be enough to hit anywhere nearby. Oh, this brewery is still unfinished. Holy fuck. It just needs like 20 more cut stone and then a bunch of clay pots. Will that be what it be? I wonder, does this region that has clay, does that mean that you can tax pots from it as well? Or is it only like raw resources that you can get? Oh. Soldiers 4,000 in this army. Okay. Oh my god, wait a second. 12 people are employed here? Hold up, we're gonna need to create just a bajillion apartments. Probably another favela just for this zone right here. I'll build it up here. It's gonna eat into the fertility. I don't think we give a fuck about farming up here anymore. We need results. We need places to house all these people. So it's gonna be 2 per. Let's just simplify it to 11 per. So that's 77 employees. Yikes. There's been a road accident as well. A little bit wacky. Nobody died. All those investments in workplace safety are paying off. Okay, I think we want to lower the amount of filling on these warehouses for now, because it does, for whatever reason, I think it pulls it out of the potential inventory of the people working here. We'll fix this up later. This is just preliminary infrastructure. So if you fill 10%, that just means they're done now, right? They're not going to fill it up anymore. Okay. Anyways, on that note, I think I'm going to call the episode here. We wanted to raise an army, and we've made steps to accomplish that. We're probably going to need a bajillion more training grounds unless we wanted to just rely on the sort of army raising system in the region. I think that wouldn't be, like, we can conscript up to 11,000 people to add to our ranks, right? So that could be an easy way to expand out. Well, who knows? I'm just gonna have to leave that decision to a future me. Other than that, we've mostly dealt with housing. We built the Grey Rock Brewery, though it's only now getting finished. We actually started this thing off to start off the episode. I guess it's thematically appropriate in a way. We're just barely finishing it at the end of the episode. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Six. Goodbye!